land. Can you all see that weird light coming down? Maybe if I sit over here, I'm being shined upon this morning. All right. Hey, keep it real with Scott McKeever over here at Collier RV in Rockford, Illinois. And wow, so we're getting ready for the big Rosemont show this weekend. We did a lot of work there yesterday, and Chris Collier and I and a whole lot of the guys will be heading down there this morning. We got to go down and we got to load the show, so we got everything staged and all that fun stuff, and it's just a big undertaking and to get this all ready. But it's a lot of fun, and go down there and make some friends and sell a few rigs and get ready to go camping here. The season's almost upon us. Hey Matt, if you're out there, my friend Matt Harkey over at Napleton Auto Works there on Riverside, you know, them guys over there, we bought several cars from there and everything, and you know, you develop a friendship is what you do. You end up, you know, they're service guys, everything over there, guys, is top notch. I just want to say, so if you're ever in the market for a car, you know, check them guys out. I mean, they've got the resources for everything. The Napleton Group is a very large organization, and definitely talk to my friend Matt. He's sold us a couple of Hondas in a row here, and of course Chris Locke and all the guys. They're all great. Okay, they're all great. So I want to give him a little plug this morning. He was picking on me yesterday. No coffee in it this morning, though. But I had my purple cup out, which is the one I usually drink out of because it's the Keurig thing. Anyway, who cares, right? Who cares? So this morning I just want to touch base, you know, on pricing once again. It happens again, and you know, I shouldn't get excited about it because I feel bad for the people that have to go through that. But one of our competitors sent us a client again yesterday. You know, they're from the Lake Geneva area up there, and they went to one of the stores. It's a large outfit, and once again, I don't call out names and stuff of that nature, but looking at a used one, and they show up to dealers, they're going to buy it based on the pictures and all that kind of stuff, and it was great, and you know, they're going to buy this thing, and when they sit down, the price goes up. Morning, Jeffrey. The price goes up $4,000. $3,000 of that is they want to pay cash, and they says, well, if you pay cash, we're going to charge you $3,000 more dollars. And then there's another $1,000 tacked on of other whatever crap. You know, we all got to make money, right? Where you work, it's like, you know, that's what happens. Right? They make money so they can pay their employees, and they got to turn a profit so they can have the lifestyle they want, and they got to pay you. I'm not sick. Jeff thinks I'm crazy in here talking to the window. I love it. You know, but it's about ethics, right? I mean, to me, and I should quit harping on it because I don't want them. Maybe they watch my feed and, you know, well, maybe it'll sink into them. Of course, I don't know. They got that celebrity that runs your company, and he knows way more than I do. I'll guarantee you that. And that's a fact. That's real. So, it's just unfortunate, guys. So if you're in that situation, let me move on here. If you're in that situation, and I mean, basically they're telling them that your cash is no good here. We don't want your cash. Well, bring it to us. We like cash. We'll help you with financing if need be. But the price isn't going to change just because you want to do one or the other. I just want you to understand that. If you wind up in that situation, the best thing you can do is get up and walk away from the table. You know, and I know that's hard to do. I mean, you find what you want and you're excited and you want to go RVing, and all of a sudden this turns into a nightmare, and think of the nightmare later when you need them guys for service, okay? I'm just saying, so we'll get off of that. But thank you. Yesterday we talked about tank heaters, right? And in that I mentioned about tank capacities, right? Which is very important to understand your tank capacities, especially if you have a tankless water heater or decide to put one in, okay? The funny part is I'll have people come in and they're looking at a 20-foot trailer, and we go over the tank capacities, and they're like, well, that's not very much water. Well, how much do you think? I mean, there's only so much room, right? So, but tanks come in all different sizes, They're plastic. You don't usually run with water, stuff like that, but you have a freshwater tank, okay? And that's simply your onboard tank, water tank, for if you don't have water at the site when you go camping. Most campgrounds have somewhere you can fill it up when you get there. You can travel with some water and stuff. So fresh water is important. It's important to have a decent sized freshwater tank. Otherwise, you got to carry some of those big 5-gallon jugs and pour water in there, right? I mean, it's the reality of it. It's okay. A lot of places they'll have somewhere that you can run a hose from and fill it up. You can't stay hooked up, but whatever. Then you have your gray water. Your gray tank is simply for your sinks and your showers, okay? And once again, all these tank capacities vary, right, based on the size of the unit and the needs of the unit. You know, Montana's true residentials, you know, those are full-timers, coaches, and so those tanks are pretty big. A lot of your motorhomes have really 100-gallon freshwater tanks, stuff like that. And then you have what's called your black tank, and your black tank is your toilet tank. And your toilet pretty much sits right on top of that bad boy, okay? And there's lots of tricks there. I'll talk about that in a future episode here. But so those are your 3 tanks. Now, if you've got an extra bathroom, you'll probably have an extra black water tank and an extra gray water tank. Sometimes they'll run it together, but that's hard to do because you don't have a lot of changes, right? You can't have a lot of tilt. And you need that obviously to have proper run out of that wastewater when it comes time. So you could have 2 different dump stations, stuff like that. But it's important based on your style of RVing, and that's, once again, I can't stress the importance of talking to a knowledgeable RV outfitter. You know, and I use that word a lot, and that's basically to outfit you properly, to learn what it is you want to do, to understand the type of camping you're going to do, so we can explain to you the different challenges you might have with certain campers based on a whole array of. That's why you gotta have somebody knowledgeable, guys. You know, you go into these places and they got these, they don't know anything about them. They just know they want to sell one and get paid, right? So it's important that you meet with somebody that has that knowledge to help you through that, so that you can select the right camper. Or you can come back and see us again in a year or something like that and buy another one, I guess. And, you know, what fun is that? I mean, you hope to keep it for a while. And that happens. A lot of people buy too small. So 3 different kind of tanks. It's important to know the sizes. They do have gauges. Inside your house is going to be your little, you push a little button and it tells you how full it is. Now, there's not a gauge, there's not a float inside these tanks or something like that. It's simply resistance. So there's 3 pads on there on the side of the tank. And it just reads the resistance between, you know, down here and here and here, and tells you. So it's important to understand the proper care of the inside of these tanks to keep those sensors working right, especially your black tank. Of course, all else fails, you push the lever, you can look inside and see what the heck's going on down there. Yuck. But so you got to keep those tanks clean and stuff in order to keep that sensor working properly. And over time, they simply wear out. It's just that's what they do. But I've seen units 20 years old, and you hit the buttons and they all read empty because we emptied them, and you put stuff in them, and they're reading fairly accurately. So that's pretty cool. Somebody took good care of those. So that's what we do with those. I want to touch base on that real quick this morning, and we're going to keep it short. We got to get rolling out of here and everything. And once again, guys, just when you're out there shopping, the show is here, and it can get crazy there because you get wound up and excited, and you find a rig, and you're talking to some guy, and you're sitting down, and things start changing. Just be aware of that. When things start changing or they're no longer sounding right, you don't have to sit there. You have the right to get up and walk away at any time you choose. So there's a lot of pressure that goes on. I mean, there's just, and there shouldn't be. It should be a fun, exciting, it should feel good. You should be laughing and having fun, and you know, there's a level of seriousness there because we're talking money and we're talking you going out and traveling America, so it's important. But you know, even more at these shows, it really gets going pretty fast. So you got to slow down. You got to make that guy that you're working with or that lady that you're working with, You got to make them slow down. Take a deep breath. Look at it. Look at those numbers. Ask the right questions. Ours is really simple. Here's our price. Illinois Textile License. We have a $150 dock fee. That's to handle all the paperwork. That's all there is. There's no other crazy stuff going on. So it's really a simple process. But not everybody does that way. Not everything is created equal that way. So if you go to the show, stop by and say hi. Love to see you guys. I know that a lot of my friends and family, they'll stop in and they'll say hi, and we'll talk about going camping because our first camp out is coming up. Second annual Call Your RV Cook-Off. I'll be smoking up some brisket, even though I can't win. I'll still be doing some brisket because we love that, and we got 20 commitments already. Families coming out to camp with us, so that's exciting, and there will be more because it's early, so it'll be a crazy time. But all right, guys, I got to get out of here. I love you all out there. Once again, my cell number is 815-222-5149. That takes you right here. You've heard it ring before when we're talking and stuff. So I'll catch you tomorrow morning. Watch for some updates about the show as we move along throughout the daytime. We'll show some progress as we get the units inside the big building and get them set up. And it's always cool to see that transformation. And all of a sudden, boom, come Thursday, it's unbelievable. It's like, wow, how did we do this? So it's a lot of fun. But hey, guys, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Have a great day.